Right, let me just get my breath back real quick because where do we even start? 94th minute limbs as Chelsea beat Leeds United 3-2 at Stamford Bridge. Somehow, some way, we've come away with the win there. And yeah, as I said, need to catch my breath because what an absolutely unbelievable finish. Jorginho with two penalties, one, of course, coming in the 94th minute. And yeah, we've somehow won that game. I thought we were really, really poor for most of the game. We weren't really, really poor, but we were quite poor, to be fair. And don't get me wrong, I'm still very much worried going into this Christmas period because for some reason we seem to have this, unbreakable curse, going into this Christmas period. And we have some tough fixtures that do tend to be bogey fixtures for us now coming up against Everton at home, then against Wolves away, and then Aston Villa away as well. Three fixtures that we have really struggled in over the last few years. But yeah, I'm just going to take the win as it comes, take it game by game. But yeah, absolute limbs downstairs and in Stamford Bridge as well as Chelsea beat Leeds United 3-2. It was quite undeserved, and to be honest, it didn't look like it was coming whatsoever. But we'll take it. We'll take it at this stage. And to be fair, with the results going elsewhere, of course, City beating Wolves earlier on, scrapping a 1-0 win against them at the Etihad. Then, of course, Liverpool getting a 1-0 win at Anfield against Aston Villa as well. This was a must-win game for us because if we had drawn that game, we would have been 4 points behind City and 3 points behind Liverpool, going into this Christmas period, which, of course, as I keep saying on this channel, is, it just seems to be the downfall for us every single season when we're in a title race of some sort. So, yeah, today was a must-win game. We finally got over the line, and yeah, what a game as well from a neutral perspective, probably. But yeah, in terms of the actual game itself, obviously Chelsea going 1-0 down, that goal from Rafinha, the penalty, in my personal opinion, it was a definite penalty. Really stupid for Marcos Alonso, and even though I think Marcos Alonso gets a lot of unnecessary criticism and a lot of unnecessary hate from his own fans, really, I think Alonso actually is quite an underrated player for us, but ever since Chilwell's got injured, he really hasn't been the same player, and he has been quite poor and quite sloppy, and I defended him for God knows how long, alongside Chelsea fans, or against Chelsea fans, I should say, and then he goes and does that. I mean, I just can't defend him for that, really. It was another poor performance from him, really, and yeah, a stupid penalty to give away. Rafinha slots it away. Mendy was never going to save it. Mendy, for some reason, doesn't save penalties. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever seen him even go the right way for a penalty, to be honest, but he'll redeem himself with all the good saves he makes. He made some very good saves again today, and yeah, Rafinha puts them 1-0 up, and to be honest, I had quite a bad feeling about this game anyway, to be honest, because I just felt like Leeds were going to get something from this game. Obviously, then Mason Mount equalises. Some poor goalkeeping from Meslier, if I am honest. I mean, if he guards his near post, that definitely doesn't go in, but nevertheless, we take it from Mason Mount, and yeah, been our informed player at the moment, and he's really come back to his best in the last few games. Mason Mount, obviously, whenever the going gets tough, Mason Mount is always the one that steps up, so I think it's time to put some respect on Mason Mount's name. Obviously, most Chelsea fans will do so, but there's some Chelsea fans and some fans in general of other Premier League clubs that just don't rate Mason Mount for some reason, and I think it's really time to wake up and take notice that he is an unbelievable footballer, and yeah, he gives absolutely everything for the shirt as well. Obviously then went 2-1 up with the penalty from Jorginho. In my opinion, I think it's one of those 50-50 ones, but I'd say, I couldn't really argue against it not being a penalty. It's one of those ones, if it was a penalty for Leeds, I kind of would have been a little bit, disappointed with it, but overall I can't really complain because, as I said, it was one of those ones that just could have gone either way. And then Leeds getting the equaliser, and to be honest, as soon as Joe Gelhardt came on, I swear down, I said he was going to score the equaliser. You could just see it. You could just see the storyline unfolding before our very eyes. You really could. And yeah, it's a good finish for him. Then the winner from Jorginho, of course, and I'd say, to be honest, the second penalty as well, obviously Rudiger winning both penalties. I think the second penalty was really soft, but at the same time, it's a stupid challenge from Klick to make, to be honest. He has the situation under control, and he for some reason just decides to, commit a leg to Rudiger, and yeah, I'm not complaining about the penalty whatsoever. Jorginho dispatches the second penalty, two unbelievable penalties from him, wins us the game, even though we don't deserve it in the slightest, but we do not care, because if you're going to win titles, you have to win games in a dirty manner, and yeah, that's exactly what we did today. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, even though we did win the game, and I'm quite upbeat about it, especially with the fact I'm absolutely emotionally and mentally drained after, limbs at winning the game in the 94th minute, but yeah, it is still worrying signs, of course. Defensively, we've been absolutely shocking. I'm pretty sure now, if my stats are correct, that's now 10 goals conceded in the last 5 games in the Premier League and Champions League combined, compared to before that, as I said in my last video, where I went into detail about Chelsea's issues at the moment. We conceded 5 goals in the 14 games in the Champions League and Premier League before those last 5 games, as I mentioned. So definitely worrying signs defensively. There's definitely something wrong at Chelsea at this moment in time. I don't know what it is, whether it be behind the scenes or whether it be on the pitch. There's something wrong at this moment in time, and to be honest, it's probably going to be, put into results in the next few weeks if, we don't get it sorted sooner rather than later, especially as we go into this, congested fixture period. So hopefully we can get it sorted out, stay within intact of City and Liverpool in terms of the title race. But yeah, as I said, a massive, massive 3 points because we needed it. And if we didn't win this game, it probably would have been the first time this season I would have said I don't think we'll win the league this season, which takes a lot for me to say, because if you're a fan of this channel or you know me in real life, I've been saying Chelsea are going to win the league this season ever since before the season started. And I think if we had have not won today, I think it would have been a massive, massive, massive blow in terms of us winning the Premier League title this season. But thankfully, I don't have to come on camera and rage, because I was absolutely raging before the penalty went in the 94th minute. So thankfully, I don't have to do that. Thankfully, my blood pressure is at a stable level at this moment in time. But thankfully, we got the 3 points in the end, even though we didn't deserve it, as I said. And we move on to Everton at Stamford Bridge on Thursday evening. But in terms of the standard performers for Chelsea, as I said, I thought Mason Mount was really good once again, scored the goal for us. And as I said, whenever the going gets tough, he always steps up for us. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I thought, was really good in midfield. I think that you definitely saw that with the fact that Jorginho was next to him in midfield. I think Loftus-Cheek is a lot better when he has Kante or Jorginho, or maybe even Kovacic to a certain extent, sitting next to him, because he has that cover defensively. And he's able to burst forward and break the lines by his dribbling ability and his upper body strength. And once again, he showed that today. I thought Reece James was really good. I thought Mendy made some very good saves. And overall, not a bad team performance overall. I think we were okay to a certain extent at certain times in the game. It's just defensively at this moment in time where we seem to be lacking at the moment, which is really surprising considering it was the complete opposite for the last however long Tuchel's been here for. So something needs to be sorted out there. But hopefully we can get it sorted out. And as I said, we move. And I think that's where we're going to leave this video now. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop it a like rating. That would be absolutely massively appreciated. As I said, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're looking to hit 1.7k subscribers on this channel as soon as we possibly can. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. So see ya.